All right, number 9. This polynomial inequality is already in factored form, and all we have to do is find the solution by plugging in the solution values when we solve for x, and then testing them on the number line. So we have x plus 5, x minus 4 greater than or equal to 0. So if I set each one of these equal to 0, we're going to get 3 different numbers. X is 0 is one number, so we have 0 as a number. We will have negative 5, and then we will have positive 4. So these will be my numbers. X equals 0, negative 5, and positive 4. We're going to pick numbers in between each of these and find out which one gives us a true statement. So over here I'm going to pick something relatively small, negative 1. In between these, positive 1. Those are really easy to work with. Outside of 4, I'm going to pick 5. And outside of negative 5, I will pick negative 6. Okay, and we'll just do one at a time. So starting with negative 6. I will get a negative 6. And then if I do negative 6 plus 5, that will give me a negative 1. And then negative 6 minus 4 gives me a negative 10. And it really doesn't matter the number. The sign is really going to give it away, because either it's going to be greater than 0, which means positive, or it's going to be less than 0, negative, and then true or false that way. So negative times a negative is a positive, so these two make positive, and then positive times a negative goes back negative. So the whole answer is going to be negative. A negative number is not greater than 0, so this section is false. So this is not part of my solution. Now I'm going to try negative 1. So I'll plug in negative 1. Negative 1 plus 5 gives us a positive 4. And then negative 1 minus 4 gives us a negative 5. Is this greater than or equal to 0? So negative times a positive is negative. And then negative times a negative is positive. So this is greater than 0. So this part is true. This would be in our solution set. And now we will try positive 1. So we get a 1. We get 1 plus 5 is 6. And then 1 minus 4 is negative 3. And positive times positive is positive. Positive times negative is negative. This is not greater than or equal to 0. So this part is also false. And now we're going to try 5. So we got 5, we got 10, and then we'll get a 1 on the last term, plugging in 5 each one of these spots. So all of these is positive or positive. When you multiply them, they will still be positive. So this part will be true. So it looks like we're dealing with 4 and beyond, and then between negative 5 and 0. So interval notation, we would write it just like this: negative 5 to 0, and then 4 to infinity. Now before we finalize this, let's make sure that these endpoints do in fact work. Just because we have equal to doesn't mean that it's going to be included. Maybe 5 was included in that side, and maybe I need to put a parenthesis here, and maybe 0 is included in the middle, and I need to put a parenthesis here. So let's check those. So I really want to check a couple more points just to be sure. If I did negative 5, negative, this would be 0, And then anything times 0 is going to be 0. So 0 is greater than or equal to 0. That would be true. So this part is included. Alright, now if I plugged a 0 in, 0 times anything is going to be 0 times anything is 0. So yes, these endpoints will be included. That this endpoint is included as well. So there's our solution. We're going to be doing brackets this time, both the left and the right. So we're going to have -5 to 0 union, and we're going to have open close. Close on the left, we get 4 to infinity.